Hello, nerds. I know what you want. You're looking for the rumors, aren't you? Well, you've probably come to the right place, because that's what this is. This is the Rumor Mill. This is a section cut out of the much longer main episode over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. The name of the show is The Week in Nerddom. We talk about all of the news related to nerdiness and pop culture and such. And then at the end of every episode, we talk about the rumors. And so you just found a cheat code and you went straight to the rumors section, which is, you know, all right. So let's just cut to the rumors now, shall we? Now let's get into the rumor mill, shall we? In the rumor mill, we're talking a little bit about Harry Potter once again. We also have Star Wars fakes. Interesting, as well as Mortal Kombat 2, the movie rumors. Super stoked about that. Let's get into these things. Confirmations, refutations. We have a rumor confirmation, and that is where Harry Potter comes in. That's right, Max, formerly HBO Max, has announced that they are in fact going to be doing a Harry Potter franchise series where each season takes place over the course of a single book. So you get a lot more detail. J.K. Rowling is also, like we previously talked about in the rumor section, J.K. Rowling is also going to be executive producer on the project and is going to have a lot of creative control. So any J.K. Rowling haters out there, feel free to cry where nobody's going to listen. All right. That's what we got for confirmation refutations. Let's move over to new sources on rumors we've previously covered. So new source for the Grand Theft Auto 6 rumor. New sources adding to the rumor says not only is it going to take place in Vice City, which actually we have confirmed. So that's not rumor, but the new part of this rumor is that it's going to take place in other cities as well. We're going to be seeing part of Cuba and possibly Carcer City. If you remember from your Grand Theft Auto lore history, Carcer City is an anagram for Detroit, I believe, and it showed up in reference in the Manhunt games, which are part of the Grand Theft Auto universe. So very interesting, very, very interesting. That's what we got for new sources. Let's actually get into the meat and potatoes with the new rumors, shall we? So first up, we have a rumor that the Star Wars Celebration announcements that came directly from Kathleen Kennedy are actually not legit, at least not 100%. Very specifically, what we're talking about is the Rey movie that was announced, as well as whatever she had to say about the Acolyte. I honestly don't remember that. So yeah, the Rey movie was reportedly, according to the rumor mill, a power play done by Miss Kathleen Kennedy herself, because she is very close to being axed from the company, and so she had to do something in order to make something big happen to possibly change sentiment toward her status in the company as far as the company is concerned. And it seems to have very much backfired, because people polled who were at the Star Wars Celebration, and many polls since then have asked, you know, are you excited about these specific movies? And yes, for the Filoni and the Mangold, rather, the Filoni and the Mangold movies, everybody sounds pretty universally excited. As far as the Rey movie goes, not so much. So the rumor is saying that Kathleen Kennedy was not supposed to announce the Rey movie, but she did anyway, in hopes that she was right and that everyone else was wrong, and that there was going to be some sort of hype machine around Rey. And there's not. So likelihood that this is legit, pretty low. Though I think because we've been hearing so much of this, where there's smoke, there's gotta be fire, right? So we're gonna get this a little bit over halfway. We're gonna say about 60% likely that there is some sort of power play going on here. This is one that really sucks, because we're never gonna be able to confirm it unless Kathleen Kennedy is fired tomorrow and they give some big long press statement about this specifically. It's never going to be confirmed, so that sucks. But we must continue on. Next, we have Kang rumor. What with the Jonathan Majors legal issues going on right now, hopefully he can get that taken care of. or hopefully it gets taken care of whichever way it has to go as far as the law is concerned, because that's the only thing I really give a crap about. But Kang, with those issues, is now reportedly being recast. Idris has already been dropped from a couple of movies, not Disney-related projects, because they have a contract with him, so that would be very difficult. But he has been dropped from other non-Disney related projects. So that kind of lends to the credence here. But recasting, the recasted actor is reportedly an actor named Damson Idris. I'm unfamiliar with this actor, so I have no opinion one way or the other if he's going to be an adequate replacement for Jonathan Majors, though those are some really big shoes to fill. Jonathan Majors is a stellar actor. So yeah, likelihood for this, again, because we are in modern times, 70% likely that he is going to be recast because Disney does what Disney does, and see James Gunn as a prime example of that. That's what we got there. Let's move next over to Halo Infinite. We got some rumors about Season 4. It comes from a very solid source, so very likely these are going to be legit, but we're going to touch on them anyway. So we have Firefight PVE mode called Bastion. We have Infection game mode. We have Engine and Forest maps. Engine actually has been apparently renamed to Scarr. We also have Forgeable AI, so you're going to be able to forge characters into your Forge maps. So you're going to be able to have like the jackals and grunts and things that you can fight against in your map. Plus water in Forge, a progression system in multiplayer, finally, and the 2 cores that they're going to be released, or the 2 cores they're going to be focusing on. Releasing is not an accurate statement here, according to the rumor anyway. The main core, the main story core is going to be the Hazmat core, and the Fracture event is going to be Tenrai 2.0. So we're going to be getting a lot more gear for the Yaori armor core, according to this rumor. But no new Fracture armor core. So only 1 new core with Season 4. Like I said, this comes from very, very solid sources who I think honestly might be under the employ of 343, but this is not an official statement, so it can only go as rumor. But again, rumor from this source means very likely to happen. 90% that all of these things are going to come to fruition in Season 4. Some of them, the leaker was less certain of. Very specifically, was the progression system for multiplayer. It sounded like that possibly could be bumped back to Season 5, but it looks like it will be in Season 4. So also a little bit of uncertainty about the Infection game mode as well too also. So yeah, 90% though. I'm just a blanket 90 for all of those things, that this is going to be a thing. All right, so next up is another gaming rumor. We have Fortnite. Last of Us 2 is rumored to be the next crossover. Again, gaming rumors, honestly, by the time they hit the rumor mill, usually pretty likely. This one less likely than the Halo one, but still, we're going to go pretty high with it. 80% likely that we'll see a Last of Us crossover with Fortnite in the very near future. And then the big one that I'm super excited about, and that is Mortal Kombat 2. We have a big old rumor saying that we know who, at least some, maybe the villains for the next movie have been worked out, and they are as follows. We have Baraka, Shao Kahn, Sindel, and Quan Chi. And as part of the Sindel part of the story, apparently they're also going to incorporate King Jared. There's also, the rumor goes on to say that Kitana is going to be in this movie, which, if Sindel and King Jared and Shao Kahn are all there, only makes sense, right? And we also got Mileena in the first movie, so how can you have Mileena and no Kitana? And how are they going to do Kitana if that was Mileena? A lot of weird questions associated here, right? So likelihood for this seems a little fan servicey and a little too fan servicey, if you ask me. So also made no specific mention of Johnny Cage because there was a list of characters, right? So no specific mention of Johnny Cage, which is a little suspect. But yeah, we're going to go right about 70% likely that we will be seeing Baraka, Shao Kahn, Sindel, King Jared, Quan Chi, and Kitana in Mortal Kombat 2, the movie. Then let's talk about some Star Trek rumors, shall we? This is actually an interesting Star Trek rumor because the rumor is as follows, that they're planning on releasing a new Star Trek movie once every 2 years. Did we not learn from the competition that that's a bad idea? Especially when there's so much turmoil behind the scenes, if you want to listen to the rumors. So much turmoil behind the scenes and so much mixed reception of the recent properties that you've released. It's a very big gamble. And because of that, because of all of that information, we're putting this one smack dab in the middle. It really can go either way. Either they are going to do this and they're going to learn, just like Disney did with Star Wars, that this is not a great game plan, or they're not going to do this and this is just somebody's wishful thinking. So yeah, 50% likelihood there. Once again, these were the rumors from the most recent episode of The Week in Nerddom, found over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. The name of the show, once again, The Week in Nerddom. Come back next time because we got lots more rumors to debunk or possibly give some credence to or what have you and whatnot. Before we go though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.